Okay, so super long overdue video. I'm Andre. Nickname, some people call me Soze, Andre Soze. Been going by Soze the Captain on social media for a very long time, but I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not a camera person. I really don't like being in front of the camera. I love making the footage, you know, but I'm not really a camera guy. But a lot of people know me from the TrailBlazer page, the Caprice page. I was heavy on the G bodies for a second, even the F bodies.
My man Dre, my man T-Top Dre,
I had 87 Trans Am, I had a 91 Z28, but as of recent, I've been getting a lot of traction in TrailBlazer group, not so much the Caprice anymore because I haven't driven it since April. Yeah, so get right into it. Guess introduction, Andre Soze. I have the try to go by oldest to newest year wise, not ownership wise, but have an 84 Regal T-top, center shift, bucket seats. I don't remember how many miles it has on it, but I know it was like some crazy low number. I had it MVA verified. You can see all the records. Let's see, the Silverado Z71. That was the daily for a while. It's kind of cold. Heat doesn't work. Don't really care to take apart the dash, so I've been driving everything else. That, let's see, step up. The Yukon. So we do have a cam 6.2 all-wheel drive Yukon, but that's more so like the household vehicle. That's not really, I'd say, mine. It's, you know, anyway. Damn, I skipped over the TrailBlazer year-wise. But TrailBlazer, I'll give a story on the TrailBlazer because I'm pretty sure that's why like most people are watching this video. How I got the Caprice, I had a 2004 SS Impala that I would drive an hour to work in Sparrows Point. We were building the Amazon a couple years ago, and that thing got terrible gas. It's supercharged V6 max. I don't want to say max effort, like, but I had the Gen 5 blower on it, whatever. So I was like, let me get this Caprice. It's something that I want. I was making what I thought was good money at the time. Got the Caprice. It was a cool daily. Could use regular gas, E85, got good gas mileage. But in my honest opinion, it was very slow. So, snowball effect between modding and it being my first V8 car, because I've had V8 trucks, I've had LS trucks, but it being my first V8 car that I specifically got, because I had a 02 2500 Silverado before I had my 04 Z71, but those were just like random vehicles that I just so happened to get good deals on. But anyway, got the Caprice, ended up being a snowball effect as far as modding it, and it's not a daily anymore. So my thought process is, hey, I get a clean car that I care about, something that's not really run-of-the-mill. I don't want to say I regret, especially after driving it last week, or matter of fact, that was this week with all the snow. But my thought process was, you know, get something cool, stock. Came across that specific SS. It had the full NorCal suspension, so tubular control arms, front, back, adjustable pan hard bar. I had the shocks in it already, steel braided lines. You know, it was a cool vehicle, whatever. It's clean, cool on the inside, outside. I think I drove it for a week or two and had to spun rod. And I'm not even going to speak on the guy. A lot of people know the situation, whatever. So kind of took that L, ran with it. My thought process was, I know that their trans is no good, the 4070. Some people have luck, some people don't. I couldn't see me putting a 4080 in a daily. I just didn't want to. I wanted to keep it all-wheel drive. That's the reason why I bought the truck. I couldn't see me putting a 4080 in it and dailying it. I also couldn't see me spending $4,000 to rebuild a 4070. And yes, I know the engine blew up, but I figured two birds, one stone. You know, I might as well mess with the trans while the engine is out, especially because it's all-wheel drive. So, came across a deal. I think it was $3 grand for the 6.2, the 6L80, the wiring harness, and the ECU. So I jumped on that. Really did not have any information on how I was going to do the swap, but my thought process was, you know, I'm going to make this happen. You know, if we got to fabricate something, if I have to buy whatever, I'm going to do it. So that's pretty much what I did. And I got a lot of misinformation on the way from a reputable company. I do that, but that nobody really has experience. Well, I don't want to say nobody. I really don't want to, you know, name call and involve people, but I was given a lot of false information that pretty much wasted my time and funds. And I'm not even gonna go there because the shit's running now. That's all that matters. So the truck is a Serial 2 truck. The 6L80 uses CAN bus communication. So I pretty much had to get it. Well, I didn't have to. I could have ran the standalone computer, but with me having that 6.2, which is a 58X reluctor wheel, I didn't want to have the Lang filter box. I didn't want to have the standalone. You know, that's just too much shit going on. So I got a PSI wiring harness, standalone PSI wiring harness. So it's pretty much like I LS swapped my TrailBlazer. So it would be the same process if you were to do it with a vehicle that didn't have a LS or a 6L80 in it already. So basically throw the harness in. It connects to the battery, the starter, your brake pedal for the lockup with the torque converter, the ignition switch, your fuel pump. But besides that, the E40 is in there. The E40 is still in there. So I'm running two computers. The E40, without the E40, for some reason the BCM goes nuts. The seats wouldn't work, the windows wouldn't work, none of the lights would work. I guess it's like security or something. So the E38, which is the Cadillac ECU, because it's a Cadillac drivetrain, everything came from the same vehicle. So the E38 is on the standalone. That controls the engine and the trans. The E40 keeps the BCM happy. The BCM controls all the other shit, like the roll-up windows and all the creature comforts. So there's that. But as far as my truck, what I did to it since I got it, or like my build, it is Summit Racing. Let these vehicles pass. Summit Racing valve springs, Summit Racing lifters. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I'm just going off of memory. I have shitty memory. Is it the Moral? Melling. I was thinking of the lifters. It's a Melling oil pump. I forgot the part number, but it's one of those, not top dollar ones, but it's a Melling oil pump, sloppy stage 2 cam, Florida converters, torque converter, I forgot his name, something Hansen, baffle, because that's the reason why I'm in that situation in the first place. I'm trying to think what else. The 6L80 has a new filter, new gaskets, changed the diff fluid, front diff, rebuilt the front diff, and the actuator that goes on the passenger side. New intermediate shaft. I had the front drive shaft custom made with the yoke from the Escalade, because on the 4070 it is a male, it's like a male spline that comes out of the transfer case, and it's like a female part on the drive shaft. So on the transfer case that comes on the 6L80 from the Escalade, I forgot the part number, that one is like a female one. So when you make the drive shaft, you use that, but you actually need that yoke that goes into the transfer case, and that comes from the front drive shaft, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm having a brain fart, I'm trying to think on the fly. But the rear drive shaft still fits, and mind you, this is all-wheel drive information. I have no clue about the rear-wheel drive. So I got new axles, new ball joints, F1 concepts, rotors all the way around. It came with steel braided lines. Yeah, that's all I can think about so far on the TrailBlazer. I know I'm missing something. Like I said, I'm going on the fly. This is just off of memory. I love how it drives. Eric Laster tuned it in Pennsylvania, remote tuned. Then he came by and looked at, well, we met up in the middle, met up with him at Travon's shop, and I think it's Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Yeah. So he came by, he looked at it, you know, everything was cool. I also have a wideband, AM wideband that connects to HP tuners. That's how we did the remote tuning. Yeah, that's it as of right now. All I can think of, like I said, I'm doing this on the fly. I'm not a pro YouTuber. I know it's not the best content or whatever, but I'm trying, you know. Got my own roller. So here is my 6.2 6L80 TrailBlazer. Looking real janky in here. I don't care. I'll show how janky it looks in here. Here's the E40. I'll show the E38 because I don't think anybody's ever seen the E38. Yeah, I work in construction and I drive this daily, but can't see, so. So we got 3 cool whips, two max effort G8s. We got 2 max effort G8s. See, this one's all nice and shiny. That one's kind of, it's not really nice or shiny, but. But nah, 6L80 swap TrailBlazer 6.2. Alright, man, what's the word? So, you got any questions, concerns? I'm no freaking pro. I mean, the way I operate is I just kind of think about it, and I think about the steps that I need to take to get to that point, which is how I came about with the the whole 6L80 thing, but that was like a premeditated thing. I really wanted to do that before I even owned the vehicle. So when the engine went, it was kind of like an opportunity to just do it. And like I said, I can't see me spending $4,000, $5,000 on a 4L70 just for it to break again. Like, I see it all the time. You got this level 99, whatever the hell, I'm not gonna name drop, 4L70 trans, and you're taking it out after a year with bolt-ons. Couldn't be me. I mean, if my 6L80 goes, I'll get another one for under $1,000 and throw it in. You know, nah, I'll probably have it built, have another one built on standby, but you know. Okay, spur of the moment. I don't have any screen recording software, so this is the best I can do. I'm trying to hold my phone and drive at the same time. Let's see, I'm in 4th gear, 5th. I don't think it's gonna go into 6th just yet, but it's school right here. Guess I picked the perfect spot to do this, huh? Now I'm in the SS. It's my book bag. That was my windows, by the way. That was a fair race. You gonna do the 3 ones?